A very busy person. I am a mom, I am a wife, I'm a nurse, I work full time, I have to keep up on my house, I have a lot of extra things that I like to do, like exercising and gardening and cooking and all of the things. So the question is, how do you do it all? And I simply don't. But what I have done is gotten really good at time management. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to be busy if you enjoy doing it. So I'm gonna share a few tips that have helped me immensely, potentially be helpful for you or even just inspire you. First up, I wanted to share my planner. So when I took a time management class, this was like a huge topic and it never really synced in for me until I had my third kid. And now I fully understand and comprehend the importance. So it is one planner for your whole life. Sometimes you have different planners, like you have your work calendar, and then you have like your family calendar, and you have like things every which way. And basically get rid of all of it and just have one. What I mean is I now have one place to jot down all of my mom brain. Like I know that I have certain meetings during the time, I have certain like work action items, like that's like 8 to 4:30, right? Like that's blocked off. But I also have to take into consideration like kids' doctor's appointments or like daycare reminders if they need, I need to drop off diapers or wipes, to literally pumping, because that just sucks up so much of your time. So I have to figure that out and coordinate that to my day. Also like figuring out when to work out during my day, household chores, anything of that nature, I don't know. But having one designated spot for all of it really helps my sanity. And also anytime I think of something, I'm like, all right, let me just jot that down. Because I have found that if I try to keep things up in my noggin here, I will drop the ball on something. Like it's just bound to happen when I'm trying to juggle work and family and all of the things. So one planner could just even be a notebook. You could even just use your phone, to be honest, like a notes app or something. But one location that you can keep like roughly organized with your to-do lists. Just get it out of your brain and onto paper. It has been a lifesaver. Next up, I want to briefly talk about you have to beat your phone addiction. You have to remove the distraction, because let me tell you, this is so incredibly hard and I am right there with you. Go ahead, pull out your phone and tell me what your phone time is, or you can keep it to yourself. But it's probably extremely high, like quite a few hours. And I need that to like really sink in and be your motivator on you need to beat phone addiction, because you are extremely overwhelmed and your time cannot be messed with. So we need to this like out of our way. So how are we gonna do that? Well, let me tell you, everyone is different, but what finally actually helped me be off of my phone and get so much more time back, and honestly a lot more like mental clarity, was purchasing like $60 brick, which I know is like ridiculous, but like having that physical app. How it works is like I keep it in my kitchen, and basically if I want to use Instagram or TikTok, because you know how when you have your phone, your thumb just automatically will unlock it even though you went to go do something else, and just like go straight to the Instagram app and everything, and it will just tell you, hey, no, you can't access that, go back to real life. And it just puts it into perspective, at least for me, like, hey, why are you even on this app? Because then you don't get sucked into doom scrolling. It has helped so much where like I'll just be sitting there playing with my kids, because you know we've all been there and we're like, this is boring and I'm not having the greatest time. So you pull out your phone and you're like, I'll just scroll. And now I can't do that. If I want to scroll, I have to, what I call is the walk of shame, the walk of shame to my fridge to scan the brick so I can actually go on those apps and scroll. And now that I physically have to get up, do the walk of shame to the kitchen and stand there and scroll on my phone if I want to look at stuff, it has brought so much clarity to how often I was doing that without even like realizing. Try it out. I don't know. Watch, there's so many YouTube videos here on YouTube about beating phone addiction. I don't know, maybe like me saying that will help your algorithm pull up so many of them, but you have to, you will get so much time back in your day. The last thing I'm going to say is learning to say no, and also learning to say yes. Let me explain. So learning to say no, I think we all know you do have to learn to say no to obligations that just aren't serving you anymore. For example, my children are currently not in any extracurricular activities because it is just way too much for me to handle. I cannot handle that right now. Maybe in a few months from now, I'll be prepared and ready to handle dance or soccer practice. Right now, it's a no. But that could go for anything, like even social events, like hanging out with friends. Sometimes it's just not in the cards for me right now. Not to say that it's not gonna change down the line, but right now my time just cannot be designated for there. On the contrary, we also as moms need to learn to say yes. So recently, my daughter's starting preschool, and I am beyond fortunate that our preschool offers transportation. And me, I am like, a good mom would be the one who drops their kids off at school and picks them up. Like, that's what a good mom is. So I was like, no, absolutely not school. I'll do it myself. And my husband's like, you can do whatever the heck you want, but why are you going to spend so much more time having to get all the kids in the car, going to drop her off, coming back here, and then doing that again a few hours later when they will literally just pick her up and drop her off from the house. Like, I don't need to stress out my work schedule and fitting all in if I don't need to. And for some reason, I was so against it because I was like, I can't say yes to that because then I'll be a bad mom. It's just not true. Not true at all. So I had to suck it up and just be like, yes, yes, please help me. So the point of that is just learning to say yes when people want to help. I know sometimes it's extremely difficult because I am right there with you, and sometimes we just need the reminder that you're not a bad mom. It's okay to get help. Anyways, that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.